Hoi, welkom bij deze nieuwe video. Wij zijn vandaag in Boulder, Tilburg. En ik ga vandaag weer een trainingsserie vlog maken, deel 2. We zijn dus in Tilburg en gisteren was hier een wedstrijd, plaatjes draaien. En dat is een competitie die vooral gericht is op plaat. Met dan leuke muziek en zo. Dat is wel tof. Ik wilde heel graag een keertje heen. Dus er zijn best wel veel uitdagende slaproutes, denk ik. En die wil ik wel graag proberen. Dus mijn plan is om vooral die te gaan proberen. En dan waarschijnlijk de wat moeilijker, want ik zie er al best wel een aantal hangen. En ik heb een tijdlimiet, we moeten mijn broertje weer ophalen. Maar dat is het plan voor vandaag. Ik hoop dat jullie er zin in hebben en heel veel kijkplezier. Alright, I'm switching back to English again. After I told you guys the plan, I switched it to doing a comp simulation. And the main focus of that comp simulation was my flash attempt. So I want to try and flash most of the boulders, or otherwise do it in the least amount of tries as possible. And thereby focusing on my footwork and reading the boulder and taking my time in them. Especially because slab is absolutely not my style. I dislike it. So this was really good to practice. Even though most of the boulders were quite doable for me. But still trying to climb them really clean and just taking my time. I'm showing you the boulders from the most easiest one, which was B1, to the most difficult one. B35 or so was the most difficult one. But I did not try them all. I stopped at B34 because I also want to try some boulders that were my style. At some point I was like, okay, I've seen enough slab. I'm going to try some overhang or something. But I did try the finale boulders. So they will be after all the qualification boulders. Because of the finale, there are some qualification boulders missing. B6, I think, for example. I think the qualification boulders that were missing were on the place where the finale boulders are right now. That's too bad for those boulders. Later on in this video there will also be one boulder from Monk Hilversum. I went there this week and I tried a really cool 7B+, which I may have topped. And I thought I was going to make a separate video for it, but it was only one boulder, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it in this video. So that will be on the end of this video. For now, have fun watching the rest of the qualification boulders of Boulder Tilburg. Well, B29, this climb, was the first climb I did not flash. And it was because of a mistake I made while reading it, which is quite sad. I wasn't supposed to grab that right upper hold. The heel hook was good. The rest of it was good. But it was just the mistake of grabbing that right upper hold. So the second attempt, I knew I had to do it differently, just doing the heel hook and then pull myself to the next one. And that was also the most difficult part of the boulder for me. The rest was quite okay. I really liked this climb, by the way. It was very cool. So yeah, that was it for B29. Well, then the last qualification boulder I tried, B34. Yeah, spoiler alert, I did not top it, but it was really fun to figure out. I was trying this one with another guy and we were able to help each other out sometimes. Yeah, this first point where I was falling was not really a mistake, but it was just beta breaking it a little bit, so you could grab that left hand more on top instead of at the small crimp. And then I was able to make some more moves. And then came the crux. At least I think it was the crux. This is the part where I don't understand what I had to do. And I still don't, to be honest. I think, I was supposed to grab that hold more with my palms. So like standing up at one go and then pushing against it. But it was so weird. You were standing so weird. So I'm still not too sure what I was supposed to do. But it was really fun to figure out. But at some point I was like, okay, I don't have all the time I want. Otherwise I was going to try this some more attempts. Because it was really fun to try. But yeah, that's it for B34. Nou, ik ben al inmiddels een tijdje bezig. Ik heb het grootste gedeelte van de kwalificatieboulders geprobeerd en gehaald. In ieder geval alles onder de 30. Waarvan alleen 29 niet geflasht. En verder heb ik net best wel een leuke witte geprobeerd. Nummer 34. Nog niet gehaald. Maar ik moet ook een beetje aan de tijd denken. Dus ik ga nu de finale boulders proberen. Yeah, there are the finale boulders. I think they were quite hard. But it could also be because they are not my style. But they were really nice. The first one was this purple one. The first few moves were okay for me. Did not climb them very, very neat, but okay, I did it. And then I think I was supposed to be able to balance on that big hold I'm standing on and then just carefully walk across it to be able to go to the second zone. But I couldn't find my balance, so I think I had to push on that zone where I'm standing on and then hoping to be balanced straight. That didn't work the first time, didn't work the second time. I think that's just something I need to work on balancing on it. Because it was really steep, it was not a really good foothold, to be honest. Later on, I also tried to put my foot on the hold under the zone to be able to balance myself up, like what I'm going to do now. But that didn't work either. So no, I would like to get better at this, but at this point I wasn't able to do it. The second boulder was this, volume boulder. Again, did not understand completely what I had to do. I tried it twice because it was getting nasty on my ankle. So it was not really comfortable anymore. But I was trying to get past this section to carefully move to the left. And then I was hoping to be able to stand up. But I never came that far. Second attempt was really close. If I see it on the screen right now, I think I was really close to doing it, but it was getting quite painful on my ankle, so I was like, okay, no, I'm not going to try this again. It's not worth the pain. Boulder 2 was a fail again. Well, the third one was this orange/grey one. And I think I could have sticked the first move at my first try, but I was doubting about what I should do. I think I could have read that better. But at the second try, I got it quite clean. Then the rest of the boulder was pressing upwards to some underclings, which was uncomfortable but not too hard for me, to be honest. Here I did my right hand too much to the left, so there was no room for my left hand. So at my third attempt, I knew I had to put my right hand a little bit more to the right so that I could press with my left hand on the left side. After it went quite smooth. I think, by the way, that those holds are so cool. The shiny part is indeed no-tex, but the parts you were pressing up against were just textured, but those are so cool. Yeah, and so the rest was okay. The end hold was no-tex, but that wasn't a problem anymore. So yeah, happy with it. Then the last one I tried from the finales, which was also the last one there was this blue and black one, which was completely no-tex. Everything was pure plastic and super slippery. When I first looked at it, I was like, okay, no, this is not going to happen. But yeah, I tried it either way, and as you can see, I was struggling. I was standing with my face in the wall, and I had to stand the other way around. So I managed to turn myself, and then I had to pedal dyno on, basically nothing. But I gave it my best shot, and that was this. I was a bit scared, so I tried it a second time. This time I was way closer, but with a time limit, I was like, okay, I'm going to try something else. Then I tried some boulders, which should be more my style. So I did this pink 7A in the overhang with slopers. And slopers aren't my style, to be honest. But I didn't saw it coming. So I was like, okay, those holes are going to be so good. They weren't, or at least they weren't as good as I expected. But I flashed it either way. I was like 10 times really close to falling, but I managed to hold on. So I'm quite proud of this one, even though it should be my style. So that one was really nice. And then I tried this white 7A, which is completely my style. Like big holes, overhang, some heel hooks, some toe hooks. There was a knee bar in the beginning, which was really nice. And then I thought I had to go feet first to the first hold out of the cave. But that wasn't the beta, so I tried to make a dynamic move out of it, and it worked. It was quite close, but it did work. And then the rest wasn't too hard anymore. I was pumped, but like the holds and all and the moves weren't too hard anymore. But this was a really fun boulder to climb, so I'm happy I tried it. And then came this orange 7A plus V6. Yeah, also again complete my style. Really like the toe hooks in it, but I don't think personally this is a 7A plus. For me it felt easier, but I did really enjoy it. The crimps were nice, the moves felt good, and I'm happy I flashed it because it means that I read it completely right and everything was like it should be. So yeah, again, happy with this one, really nice to try. Then the last one I tried at this boulder gym was this black 7B, which was such a cool boulder. I'm really happy I tried it at the end of the session because I was going to skip it. The first few moves were easier than I expected, which was nice. And then came the move, which I'm going to do now, to that hold on top of that volume there to the left. And I fell. Whoop. It was more of a commitment issue than wrong foot placement or anything else. So I did the same thing again, but this time with commitment, and I grabbed it. And then I was scared I wouldn't dare to do the last few moves of this boulder, but I did dare to do it like this. And then I'm so proud of doing this move. This was the most scary one for me. And yeah, then came the part I was so tired. It was at the end of the session, so I fell. I think I would have topped it if I did it earlier. Then the last one of this video is this bonus 7B Plus at Monk Hilversum. Completely my style with crimps and overhang. As you can see, I was going to campus right here, but my left hand should have been on that other hold I was trying earlier. So I tried it again, but this time I did put my left hand on that crimp under the black one. And then I was trying to campus, but I had too much momentum, so as you can see, I fell off immediately. So I knew I had to be more controlled. And yeah, this was really controlled, so that was nice. Then came a really nice and fun feet first section, which was so nice to figure out. Some tokes on the other side of the wall. There was a hold there, but you can't see it. And then I tried to do this rose move, but that wasn't the beta. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try and bump my left hand to the one where my heel hook is right now. And then I will figure out the rest of the hand placements later on. So yeah, as you can see, this works quite well. I can turn around now and the holds are good enough to hold on to. And at this point I was like, okay, this 7B Plus, it's in the pockets. I tried this section earlier. I didn't film it, but I was like, okay, yes, I have it. And then came the end hold and boop. So yeah, I will show it from the beginning. In this try, I will top it. And I want to say I'm so proud of it because 7B Plus is quite high. And as you may know, I have the 7C goal. So I want to get a 7C, my first 7C, before July. And I think this is my third 7B Plus I ever climbed. But this didn't took me that much attempts. I think 5, maybe 6 or something. So I did it quite fast. And yes, it is my style, but still. So yeah, I'm quite proud of it. And I just hope that my goal will be reached before July. But yeah, this was quite an achievement for me. So yeah, that was also the last boulder of this video. And thereby I'm going to end it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It is quite long, but there was also much to show you with all the slab boulders I tried. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. And then I will see you next time. Bye!